media.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. We got to talk about what's going on in the country of Canada right now. I know I'm chuckling, but it's because I have a very funny video to show you as we get into the meat and potatoes of what's actually going on. Justin Trudeau is being extorted to essentially destroy Canada in the name of all things that are wonderful for Quebec. I know everybody gets on my butt about how I say it, but hey, I'm Western Canadian. That's just deal, everybody. I'm kidding, but let's get on to what's really going on here. Justin Trudeau. I often said this when it came to Jagmeet Singh and his power play at the table with Justin Trudeau over Canada's coalition that he called a non-coalition, that he's now gone back to being a coalition, was that essentially he sat down at the table and he showed his cards. He says, yes, I'll prop you up. I'll do all these wonderful things. You're just going to help me out. And Justin Trudeau patted his bum and said, of course we're going to do all those things, Jagmeet. You and I are inseparable. We're so great together. I love you. We're going to do all these wonderful things as a team together. And of course, we all know how that went. Now, the Bloc has done something completely different by essentially realizing the opportunity that came their way as soon as Jagmeet Singh ripped up that supposed agreement, essentially walking away from it. He didn't tear it up. We all know he didn't tear it up, but he walked away from it. The Bloc sought an opportunity, and now they're dangling a carrot on a stick for Justin Trudeau while he's off playing bath time, I guess. What do I mean by that? If you missed the House of Commons yesterday, I'm not going to do a video on it because everybody else and their cousin has. But if you missed out, essentially, there were comments made in the House of Commons yesterday during question period that Justin Trudeau was sharing a bathtub in New York with Tom Clark. Of course, here's Tom Clark showing up in Ottawa to hang out with Justin Trudeau. Everybody's saying, what do you think they're going to do now together? Everybody's posting bath memes all over social media. But this is Justin Trudeau's top priorities. He doesn't care about the country of Canada. He cares about bubble baths with Tom Clark. We get on to what's happening with the Bloc. I want to highlight this. Good friend of the channel, Bradshaw, tweeting out, get the popcorn. Trudeau has until the 29th of October to meet Blanchette's demands or he's calling for non-confidence. Does this sound like extortion? Of course it's extortion. Of course it's extortion. This smug individual, and you say what you want if you're, I know I have a lot of Quebec viewers on the channel. I know there's people who actually somewhat like the Bloc's policies that live in that province, and that's to each your own. This guy, to me, is a smug, soulless individual who just wants to ruin the rest of Canada for Quebec's dominance at the table. He sees Quebec as a one-province nation. He always has. I think they should just do what every Canadian wants them to do and just separate already. Hold a referendum. Go. Get out. You have no business being at the federal level in Canada. I don't care if that insults people. That's how I feel. Let's take a listen to what Blanchette is proposing as Son of a Bench tweets out, the Trudeau Liberals have until October 29th to meet the demands. According to Blanchette, he has had no discussions with the other political parties about this issue, but he does lean into where that could go.
Parties about your October 29th deadline. What is the other party's reaction?
We have not. We have spoken with nobody about that. That's what I was preparing in my little head for the last few days, and we have had no discussions. However, I am entirely open to the idea of having such discussions with other party leaders.
So he made one comment there about having a little head, little brains, but he's not shutting the door to discussions with other parties. Again, dangling that carrot on the stick at Justin Trudeau that you better do what I want or you're out of a job. Now, this is where, again, I feel Jagmeet Singh made his critical error when it came to agreeing to prop up the Trudeau Liberals. Jagmeet Singh sat in the fold for 2 years waiting for some kind of deal that he thought was beneficial. He'd always brag about dental plans and free birth control, things like that, but none of it came to fruition. While it's slowly moving forward, none of it is there for, I guess, bragging rights. Jagmeet had no power at the table. I've often compared it. People are going to say it's broken record, but I've always said he's like a kid trying to get up to the adults table at a Thanksgiving meal, saying, just please don't make me go sit back down at the kids table. He showed his cards. Trudeau called his bluff. Now Blanchette comes in and says, you're going to do what I want, or you're out of a job. This spells catastrophe for Canada. If the Bloc is free for the next year to wheel and deal, not even figuratively, but physically holding Canada hostage, while also dismantling and destroying it. We've seen how Quebec treats the Western provinces when it comes to oil, when it comes to natural gas. They're not afraid to take our money, though. They're not afraid to take our transfer payments to the tune of over $16 billion a year, I might add. They don't mind that, because the vision of Quebec has always been Quebec first, everybody else second. They don't care if they're dismantling Canada. They don't care if they're damaging Canada. They don't want Canada. The rest of us are the ones that are going to be affected when all of this is done, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Again, the best thing that I think could happen at this point, as bad as I want to see Trudeau go, I would like to see him... I shouldn't say as bad as I want to see him go, as bad as I want to see him squirm his way through an actual election and be called out and fired. I would like to see him call an election by not caving into the Bloc at this point. I'll take a sooner election rather than a regular one, if it means that we're not selling our country to the Bloc. I know I apologize that I'm kind of stuttering my words here. I guess I'm kind of lost in translation as to what this actually means for Canada, what this means moving forward if Justin Trudeau bends the knee to merely stay in power. We all know he loves Quebec. We all know there's a very good chance he's going to follow through for Blanchette unless he's asking for something off the rails. But what's even more scary is that he could approach the Conservatives. He could approach people like Pierre Poilievre and say, you're going to give me that deal and I'll call an election. And before you know it, we then have the Bloc holding that carrot over the stick at the Conservatives as they form a new government. It seems like the BS never ends here, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that's what I'm mostly concerned about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, I apologize for the ranting, the ongoing questioning of what I guess I'm just looking at 10 years of corruption and trying to stomach what does this mean for us moving forward? Is this always the way politics are going to move now? Is it always the straw man? Is it always not what's within the best interests of Canadians, but small parties and their leverage over another? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. Make sure as you're clicking that button, you hit your bell for notifications. We're on our way to 50,000 subscribers here on the channel. I would like to wave the carrot on the stick and say that we need to hit that by October 29th as well. I'd love to see it happen by Halloween at the very least. So if you're new, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, turn on your bells for notifications. Join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, our live streaming show, where not only myself, but my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, joins us on camera. We talk a little bit about everything that's happening in the world of politics, everything that's coming up ahead, and some back and forth and fun stories within the community. I always look forward to chatting with you guys outside of these videos, hearing what you have to say in those live streams, and I look forward to seeing you this Friday, starting again at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central on the channel. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will leave you with a message from this video sponsor, Unholy History. Take care. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Unholy History. If you've watched political videos on the YouTube platform, you've undoubtedly heard of the Celtic Canuck. She now comes to us with this new YouTube channel called Unholy History, which delves into the darkest chapters of human history and explores the lives of the most notorious figures who have left an indelible mark on the world. This channel brings you meticulously researched stories of true crime, infamous criminals, and macabre events, presented through compelling narration and haunting visuals. Unholy History is dedicated to uncovering the unsettling truths behind history's most chilling tales. Whether you're fascinated by true crime, intrigued by the macabre, or simply curious about the shadowy side of human nature, this channel offers an immersive journey into the stories that continue to captivate and terrify. Join them as they navigate the blurred lines between good and evil, revealing the motivations, secrets, and legacies of those who defied the moral codes of their time. Unholy History is a wonderful, amazing new YouTube channel that's breaking the boundaries on true crime in a new spiritual way. Head over to there right now, look at the link below in the channel, and give Unholy History and Celtic Canuck your support right now. Again, link down in the description.